And welcome back to Newsmakers, folks. I'm Brent DeHart with Dave Bourne in studio today. You know how we like to spotlight local small businesses and urge their support and tell you who's doing good work in the community. We welcome to the studio for Advantage Heating and Cooling, heating and air conditioning. Dan Summers, been on the show before, and Brandon, coincidentally, also has the last name of Summers. Welcome, guys, to the show.
How's it going?
Good. My brother-in-law is in the heating business in a different community, so in Southern Oregon. So he's not one of your competitors, but I'm always like, is it cooling? Is it air conditioning? Is it heating? And yeah, so forth. Anyway, Dan, it's good to see you in studio again.
Good to see you.
I've been thinking about you. I heard some of your ads, especially during the firefighting and the residual smoke that we all suffered through. I know I ran to the home improvement store and bought 3 filters right away because I was thinking like a tradesman, you know.
Yep.
But I think I encouraged people to go get it. And
oh yeah,
you must have had a lot of calls with people like, how do I keep my air quality?
We did, and you know, it was really interesting where we found. I'm sorry about that. Lost my train of thought there for a second. I walked into my house and I could not smell the smoke. I was outside, I had a headache, and I couldn't smell the smoke, and I realized that we have products that I have in my home that I didn't even think about that were taking the smoke out. But we had so many customers calling in, what can I do? How can I keep the smoke out of my house? And one of the biggest things that we started putting out there was really turn off your fans. Your bath fans, and I walked into the office one morning and we
turned them off.
Yep, turn them off, because what happens is you create a negative pressure in your home, and that air's got to come in from somewhere. And so if you got air going out, air's coming in, and it's through the cracks of your walls, your
right, door jams and all that.
Yeah, windows. You know, we just pull air from wherever. But you were asking about the filters, and I walked in and our whole front area where you come in was just full of filters with people's names on it, because they couldn't find those people specific sizes.
Calling you like crazy.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Well, and beyond just the phone calls, we had tons of people messaging us on Facebook. And I started noticing, I manage a lot of the social media that we do, and I started seeing a lot of people posting questions or messaging us with questions. So it was kind of as fast as we could. We were trying to get checklists out, frequently asked questions out, videos made, just to try and bring awareness and spread attention to some of these things as fast as possible. And then our technicians would be out in the field and something would dawn on them. Oh, this is something, people in manufactured homes, for example, may want to pay attention to. A lot of them have a duct that comes in from the outside, so when the system is running, it's actually pulling in outside air, and so quickly putting up a post about that. So I mean, for probably 5-6 days, we were just rushing to get as much info out, filters out to people, things like that, just to make sure everybody, felt taken care of and felt safe running their system to actually stay comfortable in their own home.
Wow. Yeah, that is scary. I was thinking, and I was talking about, because I've got a newer home that has a whole house, what do you call it, circulation system in the middle of the night. It pulls all the air out of the house and puts it in from the outside. And I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder how many people have this and don't realize they're pulling in the smoke.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And all commercial properties also have an outside, it's called an economizer. So it opens and it pulls outside air in, and all of a sudden you have all this smoke that's coming into your building.
That's pretty amazing. Brand is talking about doing really just educational things and public service announcements through your Facebook page, webpage, and so forth. Is that sort of like helpfulness and education part of the Advantage culture?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, most of what we put out on social media isn't particularly adsy at all. I mean, yeah, we do run advertisements on social media and things like that, but we have a show called Bobby's Best of the Worst. We try and educate people on, some of the worst things we see out in the field, and we pick the best ones and talk about them. And that's the big thing is, we don't just want to be out there. We don't want all the information that we put out to just be focused on us and why you should work with us and things like that. We actually want to put things out that are going to be beneficial, be helpful, educational, And we've been hearing more and more that a lot of people actually enjoy following our social media, whereas there's plenty of companies out there maybe you wouldn't, because all you see are all of their ads all over the place. But, we try to actually do something that brings real value.
And, it's really about the community. I mean, it's about everybody out there. This is a whole new thing for everybody. This smoke and all that. It's like, wow, what do we do? And like Brandon said, we were constantly, when we're on the phone, we're trying to educate and help them through this. And, even our guys were out there trying to deal with that. We had to shut down for a couple afternoons because our guys just couldn't take it anymore. They said, wow, we just, we were having headaches. We can't do this.
Right.
But I like what Brandon said, because that's exactly what we did. We just tried to educate and help all the community out there.
Our guest is Dan Summers, Advantage Heating, son Brandon. Speaking of helping, it's one of the advantages, one of the reasons why, the chamber and a lot of business advocacy groups and community groups say, hey, buy local, support a local business, because you're going to turn around and support your community as well. Tell us a little bit about Advantage Heating and their gifting.
So right now we're really excited to partner with the factory of the Daikin factory, because they're going to give some money, and we give some money every time that there's a sale, every time that you purchase a piece of equipment, and it's $100 for each piece of equipment, and they'll match it, and then that goes into the community, to the efforts, the people that have lost their homes. I don't know, I really can't believe the stress that they have right now, those people that have lost their homes, and my heart just goes out to them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We were just talking about it the other day in a video that we put out, that everything kind of, like, overnight it got smoky and everything looked crazy and like post-apocalyptic, and then a week and a half later it was like everything was clear, and it'd be so easy to almost forget, if you didn't experience any of that loss or devastation that some of the other people did, it'd be so easy just to forget that ever even happened. It came and it went, but there are so many people that are trying to put their lives back together. Some of them have maybe not even gotten to start. Someone who's been working with us on they put in some cabinets in our break room. I've seen, we know them, and I've friends with them on social media, and I've seen pictures because they're out in the Lions area, and it just, the devastation out there is just it's just incredible. Like, it blows your mind how bad it looks out there. And seeing pictures of his personal home and his personal property, and it's just a reminder that there are people who are still really struggling with this, suffering from this, and it's going to be a long time of rebuilding. So anything that we can do to help and contribute to that rebuilding process, absolutely we want to do that. And
so roots in the community, investment in the community, your donations are up to how far now, Dan?
Last month was almost $20,000
in a month.
And it's so exciting for us to be able to do that and give back to the community that's given us so much, and then to have the factory come alongside of us and say, hey, this is a program, this is something we get behind. We really think this is, really helpful.
It's probably a good time that people are thinking about it, both in terms of the fire and the smoke, but also COVID, and they want to know how thorough they're, especially in a commercial setting, a business, a workplace, how thorough they filter out, what kind of efficiency they have, and so forth. Do you do commercial work as well?
So we do commercial work as well, and our primary is really towards the residential, but we do lots of commercial buildings. But no matter whether it's commercial or residential, we do have products to help kill viruses, bacteria, molds, of course, get rid of the dust and that sort of thing. I think it's top of mind more than ever. Yeah, and then duct cleaning, getting the ductwork clean. Get in there, get that dust and that dirt and the smoke that's stuck into the ductwork.
So you just take a feather duster and shove it down in the ductwork and suck it out and vacuum it.
Yeah, I wish. But no, it's a machine that we have to take in, and a lot of times we have to have two people to carry the machine to get the machine where we need it to go, and we actually push a brush and it vacuums it out, and it really does a good job.
Air quality is going to be huge now, I think, in people's minds, probably forevermore. And people should maybe spend the extra dollar and have their system serviced, have your system upgraded maybe, and definitely have your filter changed and upgraded.
For sure.
And without a doubt, use Advantage.
For sure.
Is that the message?
We like that. But whoever you use, have them come out and check your system. Make sure that they're putting in the right filtration system. If it's not us and it's someone else, that's fine. But just make sure that they take care of that.
What size crew do you have? I mean, how many trucks are you rolling out every day?
Where are we at, Brandon?
We've got to be between right around 45 and 28, 29 trucks on the road at this point, which is just crazy because I remember as a kid, it was, it was literally run out of what now looks like a glorified shed next to our house, which we called a shop at the time. But I mean, it didn't even have a bathroom. I remember as a kid, guys having to come in to use our bathroom and stuff like that. And so now to see where the company is at and really just feeling like building the business the right way, focusing on people internally and externally, both customers and employees, and really just treating everybody like family and doing the best we can in that way, and seeing the fruits of decades of labor is, I mean, it's just amazing.
Oh, Brand, I got to ask, so how old are you?
I'm 32.
So he looks younger than 32, folks. I know you can't see him, but I got to say, in our culture, it's nice to see and hear about your experience, about what it's like to not focus on maximizing profit this week, this month, and to you literally just said build it over decades of work, over time, doing it the right way, and going from a shack on the side of the house to what you guys have done today. That speaks volumes, because you don't grow and you don't have longevity unless you're treating people right.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to have to let you go, but thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the work you're helping people out with, and you want to check out Advantage Heating and Air Conditioning Facebook page, web page, and so forth. And if you need some help, reach out. I'm sure they'd be happy to answer your questions.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Dan Summers, Brandon Summers, Advantage. We'll be right back on 1430 KYKN. Salem is listening.